With another year rapidly coming to a close, it's no better time than to reflect on the year looking at the very best tools of the year. Now, this is not a culmination of the very best newly released tools for the calendar year, but the very best tools I have personally used this year, I have discovered this year that might not be brand new, and all of the brand new releases that are just too cool not to talk about once again. So with that said, let's get into the video. So guys, here we are once again with the top tools of the year for 2025. We got a lot of stuff here on the toolbox top to cover, so let's just go ahead and dive into it. Now again, this isn't all brand new released for the calendar year 2025 product. Some of this is just the best stuff I've used throughout the year once again. And once again, the Topdon Phoenix Max is the #1 flagship scan tool. I believe it has made the list of top tools for the last 2 years, and I think I've had it at least 3-4 years at this point. It is still my absolute favorite. It is still the one I grabbed first. The brightness of the screen, the support of Topdon, the way that the software works, it just is what I like to use. I love the way the topology is. I love the workflow on it. I love the brightness of the screen, and it just does what I need it to every single time and works phenomenal on Subarus. It is going to be here on the list once again, and as well, it's greatly priced, around $4,500 or so, compared to other people's flagship that's way more expensive, even double the cost. Also from Topdon, we've got their new jump box here. Now, last year we talked about, I believe, the JS3000 jump box, the smaller, more compact lithium jump starter that's been super popular here in the last, I don't know, decade or so at this point. The small, tiny little jump boxes you can put in your glove box or saddlebag on a motorcycle, but this is their bigger box. Sometimes you need more power, more capacity for a larger diesel engine or a much bigger gasoline engine, and this thing delivers. It has been phenomenal. It holds a big charge. You can jump off a lot of stuff on one charge. You got the big battery here. You got your I/O ports here for charging stuff. You can Bluetooth it with the app to your phone to do charging and battery tests. Just a phenomenal jump box at a great price. Have really loved it this year and has saved me quite a few times. Also in the diagnostic world, we're going to once again throw the GearInch Bluetooth Pro dongle on here at about $130 last time I checked. This thing is not going to break the bank. It is exceptional for pulling codes, quick access with your phone, and just this tiny little dongle, all you need, free lifetime updates. It's just been a pleasure. Absolutely love this. I'll put links in the description or up on the screen for the products as I go along or as I can for any of you interested in picking them up and adding them to your tool collection. Next up, we've got the new Nano access drivers, I believe, from Snap-on. I believe that's what they call them, Nano access drivers. Now, there was lots of memes when these came out, a lot of jokes about it, due to the compact size, due to the integrated battery, and due to the low amount of torque output from the motor. But after we saw the in-use of these, what they're made for, what they're meant for, it just made sense. Plus, the price point was really good on these compared to other Snap-on products that a lot of people think are overpriced. These were really reasonable, and they're much smaller, much more compact than anything you're going to get from the competition with a slide-in battery. Just phenomenal for under dash work, under hood work, just small stuff. Has a lot of manual braking force it can hold, and the power from the motor doesn't really matter. It's more for spinning stuff in and out, kind of like a battery ratchet. But again, for the price, for the size, etc., it is a really great tool in general, not just a really great tool for Snap-on. Next up, we've got a tool set from Vera. Now, this is not a brand new 2025 calendar year tool. This is something they've had out for a while, but brand new to me this year. It's their 3-piece precision torque screwdriver set. Now, I absolutely love this thing. I've been needing torque screwdrivers for a long time, primarily for gunsmithing, for setting sights, etc. But this works phenomenally well for that. For all those tiny little torqued fasteners that need to be precision torqued without, trying to strip them out or trying to guess at what that torque is. These put them bang on the money. Not going to break the bank either. Pretty reasonably priced for what they are, especially compared to other torque screwdrivers out on the market, and especially being a 3-piece set compared to some singles. So check those out from Vera. Next out, we got something that just made it under the radar, just barely, a brand new product from Lyle, just released a couple of weeks ago. Now, this is for getting those stuck dual rear wheels separated from each other and off of the hub. A lot of times in the Rust Belt or other places where corrosion is heavy, dual rear wheels, especially steel wheels or steel and aluminum wheels, will seize together, and once you get those lug nuts off, you've got to beat and beat with a sledgehammer to get them broken loose, and you just wear yourself out. And then once you get the outer off, the inner is normally stuck to the hub. This slides in, pulls apart with an impact. Great product, great price from Lyle, as we know. Phenomenal products, and it just works, saving your back, saving you from killing yourself trying to get those stuck hubs and stuck dual rear wheels apart. Next up, from Grip Edge. Now, Grip Edge has phenomenal products. Just about every single thing they have I could put up here, but we're not going to. We only have 2 separate Grip Edge products on the list this year for 2025. This being brand new product, their new RPT ball hexes, long reach. These have their rounding prevention technology in them to help from stripping out those hexes, as well as a little bit longer neck on the ball where the angle is, where the switchover is, and gives you a little bit more angle getting in there compared to others, also helping you not strip out or round out that fastener while getting at that odd angle. Moving on from Grip Edge, we've got a lot from Team Red from Milwaukee. A lot of new product release this year, and a lot of it automotive themed, and as always, great. Now, first off, we've got the Hot Shot here. We got another jump starter on the list. Now, there was some controversy about this, a little bit of uneasiness from reviewers and things about the power output of it, the capability of it, and just how it worked. And I was a little bit leery of it at first as well, but after using it a while, after getting familiar with it, it's been a great addition to my Milwaukee tool lineup. Having a jump starter that all you gotta do is throw a charged M18 battery pack on the bottom of and roll has been great, especially around the farm, jumping off ATVs, things that sit for a while, and don't have a lot of usage, and I can't just put a battery tender on everything out here. It's been great for that. Anything that this doesn't do, that's where the Topdon larger jump box comes in. But this one is great for just quick grab it and go, not worrying about it having to be charged, etc. Because I always got a bunch of M18 batteries around, charged up, ready to go. Next up, we've got the 2nd generation of the right angle M12 die grinder. It fixed a lot of the issues people had with the prior generation. A lot more power to it. A little bit slimmer design in the handle, taking that paddle off, that long paddle, and making a smaller paddle switch on it, and adding a little bit more power so it's less likely to stall out with those larger 3-inch roll locks compared to the 2-inch like I normally run on it. At the back, we got the Milwaukee M18 blower. This thing is not that long been released, but has been great, especially running my sawmill for blowing off sawdust all inside the sawmill, blowing off my skid steer, my excavator, things of that nature. It's great for that. Great for blowing off around the toolbox top, anywhere that small debris can get, as well as the other fittings that come on the end for like inflating stuff and just a general small blower. The biggest thing from Milwaukee this year in the automotive sector that's released, we'll talk vaguely or mention the next generation Ratchet we saw at ISN and SEMA. Can't wait for those, but they won't be here till January. But the new M12 subcompact impacts here have been phenomenal. The power, the size of these compared to the M12 stubbies has been phenomenal in the 1/4 inch and the 3/8. We did quite a few reviews on these, used them quite a bit throughout the year, and they are great for underhood work and tight access where the stubby is great, but sometimes it's a little bit too bulky, and these get in where it won't. And power is phenomenal for the size. Moving on to Mayhew, the large bit set here for your air hammer. Price point for what you get, no one else touches, made in USA quality, and just so easy to get your hands on. Also, the fact that it is well organized in the foam tray here, so you can easily keep it with all your bits, is great. We did a video on it not too long ago, and it's just one of those things that if you have an air hammer, need an air hammer, or do anything with an air hammer, this set covers basically everything you would need to go along accessory-wise with an air hammer. Next up from Mac, we've got the Mac RBRT sockets. Now, I cannot remember if these were released late in 2024 or early in 2025, but I didn't get my hands on them until 2025, so that's why they're on the list now. I believe I've got the 1/2 inch and 3/8 versions of SAE and metric at this point. I don't think I got the 1/4 inch, but a step up in the grip from their older precision torque sockets, adding that RBRT grip into that socket set for getting those partially stripped and partially rounded bolts out without having to go to an extractor style socket. Next up, Knipex with their new Cobra ESs coming out this year with that slimmer taper jaw for getting into areas that the normal Cobra would not, as well as adding onto the end that little roundness like in the end of the jaws of the twin grip for grabbing onto a rounded out screw head or bolt head, etc., to grab it and twist it, turn it out. So kind of an extraction plier, kind of a needle nose plier, and having that same made in Germany quality of the Knipex Cobra and the phenomenal bite. While on the topic of pliers, Snap-on released their version of a water pump plier with an automatic adjustment in it. And, you know, a lot of people were hesitant of it. I picked one up, and for the price and what it is, it's been pretty good. I have no real complaints about it. Has a much cushier handle than the Knipex, and helps with that hand fatigue as I rapidly approach the big 4-0 arthritis and keeping the hands, you know, from hurting. Anything that gives more grip, more cushion is always something that is appreciated. Next up, we have the Handy Clamp. Now, this, of course, is not a brand new product for 2025, but I was just introduced to it in 2025. It is a slim clamp for grabbing onto nuts or bolt heads, for getting them into tight access areas to get them started, or to just slide in and grab them while you start a nut or a bolt on one side of them. Made in USA quality, exceptionally well priced for what it is, and isn't a knockoff like another company in blue made overseas that has been floating around for a while now. But the original Handy Clamp is the original. More grip edge product as we see right here, the dual action drivers. We got the Hex, SAE, metric, and the Torx here. Super low access, super low clearances, getting into those tight areas, giving you that RPT for getting on with a wrench, getting on with a 1/4 inch extension or ratchet, or using the ratchet that we saw at SEMA. Has not released yet. I don't have my hands on it, so not going to be on the list yet, but honorable mention for the ratchet for getting into and around these dual access driver sockets. Also, just released, I believe, the other week, the 3/8 version of these. Have not got my hands on them yet, but we'll throw them on there as well, just due to the compact size for the range and the accessibility you get with that RPT. Next up, we've got some ratchets. Now, neither of these I expected to be on the list, and most of you probably did not expect either of these to be on the list. So we've got first the new Mac Access ratchets. Was very, very critical of these when I first saw them at Tool Fair, just due to the fact that they had a snap ring faceplate. As you can see, though, mine has been leaking there. Now, I have used these quite a bit since getting them, and they have worked really, really well. I haven't had any issues of them binding or locking up or any kind of failures. I just felt like they were built cheaper than the prior generation. I also do like the fact that the handles are interchangeable. If you want to change colors, take off that screw, knock it off, put a different color handle on there, put the screw back in. That is a neat feature for a soft grip ratchet that I haven't seen before. Also, another one that we wouldn't expect to see on this list is the G2 version of the Icon ratchets. I really, really wanted to hate them because, you know, guys, I'm a huge Harbor Freight hater. But these have been really, really good. Between Torque Test Channels testing and my using them and just reviews out there, they're not bad, especially for the price point. But again, Harbor Freight's prices are creeping on up there. And, you know, the whole thing with Harbor Freight was the point was supposed to be super cheap disposable tools, but now they're creeping up to tool truck prices. Don't fight in the comments about this is nowhere near Snap-on price, but it's way more expensive now than Harbor Freight was just 10, 15 years ago, and you can't fight that. But they are here. They are on the list. I have used them and have not had a failure out of them or issue out of them yet, as compared to the original Icon ratchets that I did have issues with. Next up, another controversial tool this year was the Snap-on Pocket Clip Lifter. Now this thing went viral, and Matco came up with their own, and I believe Mac now has one, and everyone got on the bandwagon, but it's a great little tool to keep in your pocket, especially for you auto body repair guys that need to pull those clips up constantly, or you quick lube guys that need to pull down splash guards, etc. It's handy, it's pretty compact, fits in your pocket very well right beside a pocket knife, and gives you that access, that quick, that easy spring-loaded without having to carry a pair of pliers for getting those clips out. Now, as we wind down, we get to the last few items. We've got some Enlighting Coast headlight here. I don't remember the part number or the model number, but I'll put it on screen, or again, put it in the description. This thing is great. It is super bright, has a great runtime, and you can also pop it out of this holster, and it's a standalone work light with a very strong magnet on the back side of it, where you can just clip it up and put it where you need it if you don't want to have it on your head. But it's a great work light, great headlamp, and very well priced, like most Coast products. I don't have my Coast Slayer with me. It's in the house charging right now, and it's not a new tool for this year, but it made the list last year, and it's definitely on the list again this year. Coast Slayer Pro is one of my favorite EDC pocket lights. Next, Vessel, the iridescent special edition screwdriver set for Cornwell. It took me forever to track down a Cornwell dealer to buy this set. I have not used it, obviously. It wasn't one I was going to buy to use. It was just like a collectible kind of cool tool to have, but it makes the list nonetheless just for the cool factor and the fact that Vessel has been making screwdrivers in Japan for over 100 years and have some of the best screwdrivers I've ever used for the price. And I own just about every single set of Vessel screwdrivers made now and absolutely love every single one of them. Now, rounding out the list, we have two other controversial tools, or one controversial tool, and that being the Milwaukee Pack-Out Master Mechanic Set here. Now, a lot of people's main complaint with this was the price point. I've had this 2 months now, I believe. I've used it a lot around the farm. It is great for just grabbing a tray and going at something. The other day, I needed to change out some lines on my propane system and just grabbed out the tray of wrenches and took it to where I needed to go. Was able to put my leak detection fluid here, some gas tape, and it was just super handy to have it, especially since these hard plastic trays hold the foam in place so it's not flexing all over the place. Now again, most people's gripe was the price point, but individually pricing out, buying all this stuff, it's still a great deal at the price. And the modularness of it, the fact that you can put it with every other pack-out system component, and it just easily wheels around shop, etc. Of course, it's going to make the list. Next up and last up, this big old Snap-on Polartec dual back here. Now, this one makes the list, again, not as being a brand new tool for 2025, but a brand new tool for me. It has been great to have this machine with the capability of 134 and 1234. Just now starting to get a lot more of the 1234 stuff in my customer work. The fact that this machine will do an AC flush is great. The fact that it is a little bit slow. A lot of people had a little complaint about the speed of it, but I'd rather it be a little bit slow and be more accurate in testing for leaks and more refrigerant recovered than to be a little bit faster. I think the trade-off between the speed and what you get is great in this machine. Nice big touch screen, easy to follow along, nice big gauges, easy to switch between the YF and the 134, and it's just been a great machine, a great addition, and I fixed a lot of AC systems this year with it, being my first year with it. So guys, there you have it, my top tool picks for 2025. What made the list that you agree with? What did I leave off that you would have added? And what were your top tools of the year? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for future tool and Subaru content. See you guys all next year.